So let's see what's coming up for Cancer for June. I really just get the feeling that this month is going to be a lot lighter than May, a lot more sort of fun, sparkly Gemini energy. So let's see what is coming up. The first thing that I see is Six of Wands in reverse. So is there a way, Cancer, that you may be resisting or fearing or doubting your own success, your own reputation, your own status or recognition in the world? Six of Wands is usually someone who's riding on a horse and they've got a wreath of laurels around their head. They're usually the victor of a competition or some sort of endeavor. It's called victory. Is there a way that you're not allowing victory in, Cancer? Or that you are, I kind of actually just get it, that you're being humble, that you're being, that you are, you know, if you're getting accolades, that you're not fully embracing them or that you're not fully acknowledging them. And for some of you too, I'm actually reading this card as not buying into any BS. You know, in the upright position, sometimes the lower side of this card, because it's in reverse, in the upright position, it's all about getting accolades and recognition and status. But the lower side of this card is the Emperor's wearing, the Emperor's New Clothes story, where he is parading around with no clothes and no one's acknowledging it except for the child. So I kind of get the sense that you are calling out people on their BS. I don't know why that's coming up for me with this card, but that's what I'm getting for you with this in reverse. And I'm also getting Four of Coins in reverse, which means letting go of things that you have fears about. Usually Four of Coins can mean clinging to something, maintaining the status quo. In this card, it means security. And often it's it's the King Midas card, where he's holding on to things so tightly that he can't allow anything else in. And I get that you're challenging that, Cancer. That I get that you are calling things out potentially and saying, you know, no, there's room for more. There's room for, I don't need to be fearful about clinging on to money. I don't need to, some of you may be tapping into your savings accounts. That's just what I'm getting with this card, which is okay. I know you Cancers like to put things away for a rainy day, and that gives you a sense of security and stability. But with this in reverse, I kind of get the sense that maybe you're challenging any fears about needing to cling on to the status quo or what you have. And by doing that, you're actually opening yourself up for more. I usually use with this card an image of a stick of butter in one's hand. If you're holding as tightly as you can, all the butter rushes through your fingers. That's what this card's energy usually has. But when you're challenging that and questioning that, you actually open things up and release things to receive more. So I'm actually liking this in the reverse for you here in the beginning of the month. I see you questioning things. I'm actually just getting really like a question authority kind of vibe here, Cancer, which I really like. And it's providing you with new vision of the future. You're thinking, what can I create? Let's shake things up. This is a card of envisioning what you want to create, building your empire, your ships coming in. And it's called integrity in this deck. And I'm seeing that by releasing things, you're making room for more, Cancer. It's almost like a spring cleaning kind of vibe that I'm getting from this. And it's very creative. It's very like you're making space for new things to come in. Interesting that this card is in between the card of security in reverse and the card of insecurity, which is Five of Earth, which means loss. So I don't know why, but again, I'm getting this as letting go of material things that are no longer serving you. Both with this in reverse and then this creative visioning card here. So it could be a really good time, Cancer, to clean out those closets, to get rid of things that are no longer useful. Look at something and ask the question, have I touched this in the past 2 years? You know, and if it's sentimental, because I know you Cancers do have that sentimental side and like to be around things from the past, you can always take a photo of it, take a photograph, and then donate the thing or get rid of the thing and have the photograph that serves to you know, satisfy any sentimental needs that you might need. But I really get the sense with these 3 cards, questioning the status quo, getting rid of clutter, getting rid of things that feel like, you know, they're dead ears of corn that aren't serving you. This is usually a card of loss, but I'm actually getting it for you as getting rid of what no longer serves you. That's what's coming through for me with this, Cancer. And then in the middle of the month, oh my gosh, big shakeup here. We've got Tower and we've got Breakthrough. So with Tower and Breakthrough, there's a big change that's opening things up. It can feel like a storm. It can feel like losing control. But the effect of it is breakthrough. And it may be a breakthrough that you're resisting or fearing. You know, it's interesting to me that we've got 2 6s in reverse here in your reading. 6s usually represent order, stability, harmony, things that are stable, reliable. And with both of these in reverse, you know, it's kind of feeding this shakeup. It's really about a breakthrough, but you may not be seeing it as that. You're feeling this storm, Cancer. You know, this is maybe a new revelation. This is breaking down of old structures to let new things in. And what you might not be seeing is that it's really a breakthrough moment. I always use that image of a small chick inside of an egg, and where it's comfortable and stable. That's what this 4 of Coins is about, security. But when you break out of that egg, you allow yourself a breakthrough moment. You expand your horizons and you tear down old structures that are no longer serving you. So this may not only be physical clutter that you're clearing out, but spiritual and emotional clutter. Old stories, old ways of being that feel like structures that are restrictive to you. So I'm liking that. And I'm liking that with this wild horse is bringing you new things, accumulation. This is a card of feeling satisfied, feeling abundant, feeling like you've got a nice return on all the discipline that you've had, the self-discipline. This is a really good card for money. It's a card usually depicted by a woman who's cloaked in fine robes and jewelry and eating grapes. And it's a real card of luxury and a card of experiencing the good things in life, the riches in life. So with this shakeup, it actually it may look like a storm. It may look like destruction, but it's actually bringing you new fertility and abundance. I'm kind of getting volcano energy. That's what, you know, the Tower card has a lot of that Mars-driven Pluto energy. And with, with a volcano, it always brings the magma up from the underworld and shoots forth and destroys everything in its path to create new fertile land. And that's what I'm getting with this. This is the new fertility, the new land. I'm actually seeing it in terms of this with growth. And then also this insight, things moving quickly. So I see that mid-month, you could have a real spiritual revelation that helps you with a huge breakthrough and makes room for new abundance. And you're preparing for that at the beginning of the month by clearing out all this excess stuff. I'm also seeing that by clearing things out in the physical world, you're making more room in the spiritual world for new physical things to come in. There also may be an air sign involved. This is daughter of air. This is the young side of air where they speak before thinking sometimes. They can just blurt things out. So you could be involved with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius who will be very blunt with you and very direct and maybe not tactful. And their energy is actually helpful to you in terms of bringing you these new things. It may not be what you want to hear. It may be uncomfortable, but if you can, you know, it's reminding me of this phrase, out of the mouth of babes. This could come from someone who is operating in their young side of themselves, but just saying it like it is. You know how kids can just say things that kind of make you laugh or take everyone aback with surprise because they just say it out loud. That's what this energy is like. So if you have an air sign giving you feedback, it might not be comfortable, but it's actually helping you to get to this, Cancer. And then at the end of the month, lots of nice things. We have change, we have fullness, we have insight, and we have the sun. So the end of June I see as a really exciting, fun time for you. I'm focusing on this 3 of water, which just means celebration. It means being surrounded by friends and family and people you love, like-minded people. It just means enjoying and celebrating the fullness of life, you know, which is accumulated here. It's no coincidence that we have all these fruits here on the vine that you've collected, and then at the end of the month, you're just, you know, they're being brought to the table of celebration and enjoyment. That's what 3 of Cups is, and I'm really seeing 3 of Cups as guiding the last part of the month here for you, Cancer. I see you changing. You know, 2 of Earth means being flexible and adaptable to what's changing. We're going from that new moon, and here's the sun that you're headed to. So with these new spiritual revelations and the breakthrough, it's causing some change for you, which is very welcome. It's taking you from sort of this dark, gestational is the word that I'll use, place with this new moon, a place of nurturing. You know, Cancer has a lot of relation to the womb, and it's opening that up to these new plants that are growing in the sunlight. So it's sort of like the cycle of birth and life. It's change happening, and that's through being flexible, adaptable, having a sense of humor. Both of these cards, I see a lot of laughter for you at the end of the month, and just really enjoying life with people that you know, love and adore and who are like-minded to you. And then you may at the end of the month not want things to be going too quickly. This is 8 of fire, which means things really progressing quickly. It means information coming in. It means the arrows of love. It means insight, again, communication. And you might be just saying, hey, things are moving pretty fast here. I just want to slow it down. I just want to I don't want this to complete, is what you're saying. This card usually means things 80 to 90% lined up. So things approaching completion rapidly. And you may want to be enjoying more of this time for a longer time. You may just wanting to be, time may slow down for you when this card appears, which could be a good thing. You know, it's right in line with abundance and sun and 3 of Cups. So it may mean time slows down because you're having such a good time. It's just that you don't want it to end. And again, you finish the month with the sun here. And this is just a card of vibrancy. The card pretty much speaks for itself. Vibrancy, enjoying life, feeling vital, feeling radiant, feeling like just enjoying the moment, enjoying life here on Earth. Having your day in the sun, Cancer. So I really like June for you, Cancer, especially the last part of the month. You may benefit from clearing out some physical clutter, creating space to bring something new in, and then embracing this storm. You know, ride that wild horse that's taking you to the unknown, taking you away from what is familiar or rigid or structured, and allow this breakthrough to come in. Allow yourself to get to this place. Look at the symbolism in both of these cards, you know, surrounded by flowers, celebrating the sun. And this is a sunflower. And look at their attitude or their posture here. It's a card of celebration. And this is really what I see for you for June. So let it in. Even if it comes, even if that's where the horse is taking you, it may seem terrifying. This is where you go. This is where you end up. So allow it in. And if you've got an air sign who's giving you feedback that seems blunt or harsh or cutting or sharp, you know, take it as words from a child that is just being very honest with you. So that's my reading for you, Cancer, for June. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up or share it with another Cancer who you think you might enjoy it.